Hi everyone, Wrath here, and I just wanted to go over what you should be doing at the start of Season 11 and what you need to know to just get going and rolling from the get-go. So you're going to come in and start. There's going to be, at the moment, there's going to be a little orange thing here. It's going to talk to you and be like, follow me to the College of Light. So it looks like the quest is going to start in Kyovashad, but just open up your map. Open up your seasonal quest, look where whatever the quest is. If it's not a divine missive, it's going to be somewhere. Just go do it. The big thing we're looking for is to open up the reputation board so we can start earning reputation. There is going to be 8 gifts that you can earn, and you're going to earn them all in pairs. But to start earning them and to earning purified slots so that you can equip more than 4, because you can only start out equipping 4, you're going to need reputation. It's not just important to equip them, it's also important, well, to purify them. So the purify slots doubles the rewards, which is why the reputation board is so important. So we're going to do whatever it takes. We're going to come here to our boy Hadriel. Typically there's more quest BS that you have to deal with at the start, but you're just going to talk to him until he unlocks his rep board. And boom, you get your first reward. Now, this is important. You're not going to have any of these powers from the get-go. So, prior to unlocking the pit, you're just not going to have Belial's powers. His purified power is 1% max life a second, or you go unstoppable when crowd controlled every 12 seconds. Both of these are really strong, although I do tend to like the purified power a little bit more. You're just probably not going to see them during the leveling experience. But you will see Duriel's powers. Duriel is probably the first one you're going to see. In my experience on the PTR, the first time that I killed these bosses did not guarantee that I got the item I needed to unlock their gifts. So expect to kill them more than once. It's possible that this was just a PTR bug, but if it's not, you just want to be braced for failure. Thank you, Blizzard. As you can see, these are all locked. To start unlocking while they're locked, you can only have one of the gifts activated. You won't have their double reward activated. You will not have their purified power activated, and you'll have to deal with whatever corrupted power they have. Now, the nice thing is once you get the purified slot, only one of these powers will be corrupted, and only one of these powers will be inflicting a malediction on you. The other thing to consider is that typically the corrupted version of the gift only impacts the area in which you have access to that. So the corrupted version of Duriel is only going to affect you in Helltides. The corrupted version of Andariel will only affect you in Undercity. Belial will only affect you in the pit, and Asmodan will only affect you while fighting world bosses. Now, you will encounter Asmodan characters in an open world that is not currently a Helltide, but and I think early on I would occasionally run into him in a Nightmare Dungeon. So I think when you're doing Nightmare Dungeons, you will see minions of Asmodan, but you're not going to be vulnerable and you're not going to deal with meteors. As far as I can tell, those only happen during world boss events or while you're fighting all the time Asmodan. If you go and look at the reputation board, you can find out when you unlock the purified power. Now, rank 2, and rank 2 will not be instant, it'll probably be around level 15, you're going to unlock the purified version of Duriel. Duriel and Andariel and Asmodan are the ones you're going to be dealing with the most from the get-go. At tier 4, you're going to unlock the purified power of Andariel, and at tier 6, you'll unlock the purified power of Asmodan. The Asmodan gifts, since they only apply to world bosses, and they don't really apply to him because when you fight the all-the-time Asmodan, every time you kill him, you don't get rewards outside of experience. You just have caches you can unlock. And maybe that's why he gives so much experience, and he's still currently giving a ton. I don't think that they've rebalanced that. even though they've done some hot fixes on the PTR. So um, I don't know what we're going to look for there. Now, at level 50, you have the opportunity to unlock the pit, but that doesn't mean you're going to complete the dungeon. And if you're on hardcore, there's not really an incentive or a rush to go to the pit. I haven't tested the experience, so I could technically be wrong, but you're probably going to have a more lucrative time for experience in a Helltide. Am I positive about that? No. But the dungeons are not cakewalks. The first one isn't so bad, but after the first one, these dungeons don't mess about. So you have a decision to make on, at level 50 if you want to race to go try and unlock the pit. And if you don't, well, you can just wait. But there's not going to be a huge spike by unlocking Belial's Blessings. If you're curious what he does, he'll either, if it's purified, he'll fortify 1% of your max life a second, or if you purify shadows, you can break out of crowd control. Early on, one of his rewards, all it does is boost your glyph upgrade at the end of the pit. The wording might be a little bit ambiguous, but that's what it does. Versus his other one, which just causes extra gold to drop in the pit, which is nice, and it's nice that with gold being used for so much that it's going to be an option. But these aren't game breaking, so you probably don't need to rush towards it. I would focus on facing Duriel and Andariel, and maybe just pick one. Andariel, you get salvage material and obols. Duriel, you get sockables like runes, gems. Topaz drop like crazy. They're actually still dropping like crazy. So there's a huge gamble with Helltide. If you get the Summon Wolf rune word and something really good that goes with that, you could be summoning wolves from the get-go, and those wolves destroy normal difficulty. So your clear speed could skyrocket with that. So it's definitely worth considering, do I want more experience or do I want socketables? But just because you pick socketables does not mean it's going to drop. You might get a ton of runes that you do not want. So it's a bit of risk versus reward. It is something to think about. As experience farm slows down, you may opt to farm for gem upgrades. The nice thing about the socketables is that you're going to have free skulls, free diamonds, and just free gems for your weapon and your armor. And you can trade with your friends. Let's say one friend is playing a barb, the other one is playing a rogue. You can just swap strength for dexterity gems and be good to go. So yeah, that's pretty much what you got. Which one is going to be better? I don't know. I feel like you get more gear from Undercity. So, and you can max out your obols. Maxing out obols is going to be really nice once you get to max level. You have 2,500 obols. You can gamble for a full set of 750 gear and pop straight into Torment 1 from there. So you don't have to spend all of your time in Undercity, but spending a good portion of your time in Undercity will probably help set you up for success once you get to the very end. Also, if you cap out on your obols, you can keep gambling. You can ask if you get tributes, you can ask the Undercity to drop you more weapons or more amulets. Or if you have a deficit of armor, I personally like to get more weapons from the Undercity just so that I have more chances of unlocking aspects that I might need. But anyhow, that's that. I hope that gives you a good idea of how to start off your season. And there you go. Good luck with Season 11, everybody.